welcome to How We Make Peace. A Muslim and a Jew demonstrate radical empathy. I am one of your hosts, Andy Swindler, and I'm joined by my wife and co-host Rachel Zargo, and by Kawtar El Alaoui and David Sauvage, my dear friends who are Muslim and Jewish respectively, and who felt compelled at my invitation to create a space of emergence to explore an alternative to war and hate.
We need to recognize that both identities hold deep trauma and pain, both of which needs to be given voice if we are to find our way out of the grips of this war and back to sanity and humanity.
We are moving toward what's uncomfortable, not away from it, up to our capacity to hold it.
David and I have developed the ability to hold what we see as opposite truths, but with deep care.
I would like all the comfort of Israel without any of the moral reckoning. Please. Can I just get that? Says this cold, numb energy part. And now I'm feeling warm and faintly nauseous.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing these horrible images that I've seen of Gaza flooding my brain. It's like I actually can't hold it. Can't face it.
I'm hearing the dual experience of seeing and not wanting to see.
That's where I'm
Seeing,
at. I'm
right.
seeing and not wanting to see.
Well, let's acknowledge that even the parts that doesn't want to see is probably trying to serve some purpose for you.
I feel trapped. Like I'm abandoning myself, or like I'm being abandoned. Or like I'm giving space to the other side.
Look at me, David. I am the other side.
It's like I'm hearing anti-Semitic chants. So hard to dig this shit up. Oh man, it's so hard to dig this shit up.
I can relate to that. To me, it feels like you just want to continuously run away and there is nowhere to go.
Or worse, I just want to plant my flag and be like, this is my land. You run away now. I'm done running away.
I want to scream. I want to yell. I feel deeply, deeply rageful and angry right now. How dare you not take care of your trauma and put it on me?
What's that like for you? That I'm putting my trauma on you?
It makes everything in me that wants to be nice just feel like it's about to get hijacked. And I just want to say, whatever it's going to take, I'm going to make you hear me. I want you to see the people that are dying every day who don't deserve it. I want you to stop calling everyone a potential terrorist and a threat. I want you to stand with me when the media calls me names and projects on me that I don't have the right to speak, and that the only things that come out of me are violence. I want you to stand with me and say, no, there's a different narrative. Those of us who want to be seen as not violent, those of us who want a different way. And I touch the helplessness of holding that in my psyche and not knowing what to do about it as a Muslim.
What is the narrative you want me to work to change? Or what is the new narrative you want me to help establish with you?
Let's talk about the narrative that here we are together. Yes, the past happened and it was terrible and shitty for all of us. And generations after us are going to pay for it. And let's stand together instead of opposite each other all the time.
There was this numbness, and Kawtar held me and guided me until what was there underneath the numbness was this split in me. On the one hand, this witness, horrified, nauseous witness, who is seeing reluctantly what is happening and the bodies sacrificed for it. And on the other side, this belligerent and injured victim of generations of anti-Semitism. And I was feeling trapped in that tension. And the other part that came right in was to acknowledge that your trauma is as real and as meaningful as mine.
But there was times where I received it, and inside of me, what was speaking was this sense of, that's too comfortable for you. I need to push you further to truly see the depth of my experience. And that's what I gave voice to. It was this sense of, I'm done making you comfortable. And it's not really fully true, but at least I reached a new level of full disclosure. I want to be clear that for me in doing this work, the reason that's important is that's what actually frees up the trapped energy. That's the shadow part. And it's giving voice to that shadow. It's developing the courage to be with that shadow, giving it voice, that then makes us come back to caring for each other.
When you start to see that side taking is part of the problem itself and doesn't resolve the underlying tensions, even in the most extreme cases. And so then you enter naturally into the place Kawtar and I are holding, which is where sides start to feel less clarifying and more confusing. And what we're really witnessing isn't sides so much as energy flows and emotions and traumas and confusion and human beings and land in a big, messy dance that our hearts are going to need to find their way out of.
And I think as a collective, we really have no choice but to develop the muscle to have those conversations. It's our only way out of this. And we cannot shift this cultural narrative without each one of you that's going to step in and support the next steps.
The idea would be to connect with policymakers, to connect with media, and to connect with whatever magic wants to unfold.
This work is happening in emergence. Thank you all for your heart, your presence, and participation. And please take good care of yourself.
I believe we have the ability within 2 generations to heal this conflict. And it starts with making this the mainstream conversation.